welcome to Sorare Sunday for the week of the 3rd of November to the 9th of November. So let's have a look at how we did this week. And looking back at how we did in the previous weekend, we didn't do it. Sometimes you just have weekends which just they're not happening for you. And this was one of those weekends. So we ended up getting 1,800 essence, 8,500 experience, and we did hit 3 hot streaks. We got 300 rare essence, 1,450 limited essence, so overall not too bad. We did go in for the cursed rest of Europe and did nothing with it. Probably shouldn't have bothered, to be honest, but we had enough cards to do it, so I thought I'd give it a go. Premier League, we got XP, but nothing really properly from it. Probably the best team was the Everton team, maybe, out of score-wise, but overall quite a disappointing one for the Premier League. And then for Ligue 1, we actually did pretty good. We got most of our limited essence from Ligue 1. With our Le Havre stack doing pretty well, and we even got the the hot streak as well for $5, and then our Touloulou stack didn't do so well, only got 500 XP for that. Spain, we did pretty poorly, so just 500. I've started trying to get some more individual better players, so maybe not doing a full stack team in Spain. So I got Rashford, who's playing obviously quite well for Barca, and I'm going to try and maybe do bits and pieces like that going forward. We'll see, but I'm going to be trading, not buying anymore. I need to stop putting money into Sorare, so there you go. With Bundesliga, I crafted Nusa, didn't I? So I managed to get these guys at fairly cheap. So we were 4 off a reward, so we weren't too far off, and I think that I'll grow the Bundesliga collection a little bit, hopefully with maybe crafts, if we can get some more essence, and with some other kind of like trading and things like that. I'm not really sure who I want yet, so I haven't really gone too deep into Bundesliga yet. We got the 100 rare essence from this team, even though Tanguy, I think is how you say his name, got a 5. So quite a poor game, although I think they were first, the Royal Union Saint-Genolise are first in the league, so I think that was going to be a hard game. So 4-1 against them isn't end of the world. It's not great, but we go again sort of thing. This team did well with a 250 limited essence and hitting the hot streak, but then only getting 500 XP as well. It feels like the XP is just like a meh, but then you want to kind of get up to like this bit here, don't you? Like top 200 at least to get something a bit more meaty. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with that still. And then Eredivisie, we managed to put together a little bit of a rare team, which came 423rd, got XP, but nothing more. Ajax, there you go, drew 1-1. They fired their manager. They're having a really tough time, and I cannot figure out the best team for Ajax yet, but at least we got 5 starters, so I'm going to keep an eye on them, and hopefully they're going to refine their former selves, because currently they're just a shadow of what they were. Feyenoord doing very well. Actually watched this game. Ueda again on form and did very well. But the goal that they conceded was like, oh, come on. It was very disappointing. They should have kept a clean sheet. But yeah, it was 100 limited essence, and we hit the hot streak with that as well, so $3. So hoping next weekend, or the weekend I'm in now, we get into that next streak and we start continuing them, because we seem to just get the first one and then fail miserably. So hopefully we'll get the next one. And then the Sparta Rotterdam. Oh no, this is Excelsior Rotterdam, getting a 2-2 draw, but we get fairly good scores other than our striker for that, so not too bad. we didn't do that much really with Challenger. We got a Challenger team put together and we got 100 rare essence for that, which is not too bad. If we can every weekend get around about this, like 100 essence for like 3 or 4 of our teams, we'll be able to do crafts quite regularly in the rare kind of scene. So I'm hoping we can kind of keep that going. We've got 100 limited essence from this team here, the Hibs team. They drew 2-2 with Livingston. Not a great result for them, but, you know, we got some good scores from it. And then overall, a lot of the challenger teams we have are not doing overly well. So, like, Rapid really struggling at the moment, but they did win that one. So maybe that's the turnaround, but just doing terrible in Europe. And Austria Wien just falling off very heavily. I don't know what's happened, but they're not doing well. Hopefully they'll pick themselves up again, because it's early in the season still, technically. So they've got time to rally and kind of pick themselves up and get a good results to kind of get them back up the table a little bit. But yeah, definitely struggling since I got them as a stack as well. So it's like, oh great, I think I'm cursed. Transport though doing pretty well to get a 0-0 draw away to Galatasaray. So I think that they're going to have a fairly good season this season if they can continue their form. Down to contender, we got again 100 rare essence for our contender team we managed to put together in the rare scene. Our Schalke team got relegated because this defender Kurike didn't play for some reason. He is a regular starter for them, so it's really weird that he didn't play. But you know, interesting to see what happens with that, if he is continued to be dropped or if it was an injury or what. But that kind of ruined our team there, and they didn't play that well. They lost 2-1. We didn't actually get a lot from our team. We got Stade Reims, who lost 2-1 to Dunkirk, and then we got like a mishmash team which did the best out of everyone, I think, with Insfran getting a clean sheet and a good save. I think it penalty save, yeah, against River. They won against River Plate, which is a massive game for them. So, yeah, not a bad result for those two, but then overall getting some good scores as well. And then I think we didn't do much more. So, like, we got champion, under 23s, and then all-star. Everything was just, we got some okay scores, but like mixed with some DMPs and some not so good scores. So it meant that we didn't get a lot for it. So yeah, quite a overall, what I'm expecting, it was a disappointing week. In terms of like these results, and midweek we did Europe, and I'm so annoyed at Richarlison. He had a penalty, he missed it, which for some reason didn't come up as missed penalty on the decisive actions. I'm not quite sure why not, but yeah, some very good scores and then a very bad score. Ajax, like I said, doing very poorly at the moment. Rashford not doing a lot against Club Brugge, who did amazingly well against Barca. And then Feyenoord just cannot get a result in Europe. Same with Rapid, and Crystal Palace doing well, but I didn't pick the right players this time round. I really would like to try and get a LaCroix card, because he's just such a good defender. He's young as well, and I think he's got such good scores. He scored, I think, in this game as well. But that's going to be a trade. If anyone has one and wants to trade something with me, let me know. But yeah, I think maybe Munoz instead of Pino, and I don't know, because Pino's pretty good. I don't know. I need to think what 5 players I would play if I did have LaCroix in there. I'm not sure. This team, we just don't talk about so many DMPs. It was just one which I threw together to see if they would go on, and none of them did, so there you go. And we got 100 essence from our Ipswich stack, who drew 1-1 with Watford. I watched this game, actually. I watched it instead of some of the Champions League football, and it was a little bit disappointing because Ipswich had so much control, just cannot finish the game off, cannot score, which is very frustrating to watch, you know. But it was a good goal, that Capri assisted. I think it was Philogene who scored it, and it was a great goal, to be fair, from Philogene. But we can't rely on a 17-year-old or however old he is to bail us out again and again, can we? So Ipswich need to sort that out. But yeah, that's how we did this week. Overall, a little bit disappointing, but I'm looking forward to this coming game week. But after that, these 3 game weeks are international breaks, so it's not going to be fun over that time either. But when we go into the Christmas sort of period, like December time, a lot of games are being played, so I think that might be quite fun. So we just need to get past this week of international break, which is not my favourite time. I'm not going to lie, the international break is a little bit boring, especially on Sorare. So let me know what you think. Are you enjoying international breaks when they come around? Because I'm just hitting all-star and it's not that enjoyable. But I don't do arena, so maybe that's why. But we are now going to move on to the player to watch. And with the Ligue 1 duo thing that they're doing, a promotion that they're doing at the moment on Sorare, I thought I'd try and find an affordable Ligue 1 player who is pretty good and might not be on people's radars, and that is Adolole Torre. He's a Le Havre player. I've got him, and he's no young, and he's 31 years old, but he gets a goal. He gets some high scores if he's not scoring. He doesn't really get assists. I think he might be a little bit selfish. There you go. There's one back there. But he does play fairly regularly. He will be dropped every now and then. Not sure why. Maybe like resting or something like that. You know, being an older player, he might need more resting games and stuff. But yeah, overall, I think he's probably quite a solid pick for a lower budget Ligue 1 team. You can pick him up for £6-7 in season. At the moment, there's only 2 on sale though, so obviously if you're going to do that, do it quickly. But the classics are like 60 odd p, 70 odd p, so you could bring him in as a classic if you needed to. But yeah, I think he's a fairly affordable midfield option for Ligue 1, and he does play well for Le Havre, so I think he's probably a good shout. So he's my player to watch. Obviously, a little bit of a risk this one actually, because he might, you never know. This sort of age, you could retire next season or something. So he's one for you to do your own research on as well. But like, I think that he's a fairly decent one for at least this season. Let me know if there's any players that you're keeping an eye on, any players that you needed to pick up for this Ligue 1 duo competition thing that they're setting up. But yeah, I think he's been fairly decent for me. I think I had a card for him last season as well, and he did pretty well for me as well. So, and he does play international, which is another little bit of utility for a player if you're getting international breaks coming up, as we just talked about. So we're going to now go on to craft some cards. Okay, so we have got 4,600 essence to craft, so we're going to do 2 crafts today. We have 800 rare, so hopefully after next weekend we'll be able to do a craft. I did have loads of the clue, the potion clue things, but with the Halloween event ending, they just disappeared, so I don't have them anymore. I've got 8 best 5, which I think you need 10, so I think I'm probably not able to use that. It might be 5 actually, not 100% sure. So I don't think I can do that, but we've got 42 leagues, so that's 4 that we can run there because you need 10 each for that, and 26 for nationality, so we can do 2 there. So if we have anything more than a standard, we'll use the clues to try and help us. It's just a standard. And I think last time I didn't go 7th and it was the best card, so I'm tempted. Oh, is it? I don't know. It's saying that I need to pay essence for them. Oh no, it is 5. There you go. So I have enough for a best 5 if I get a good pull. So I didn't go 7th last time. So I think I'm going to go 7th, because last time I didn't go 7th, it was like the best card there. So I'm going to just go for it and see what we get. We got a goalkeeper. Valencia, goalkeeper. Does he play? He doesn't play. Wonderful. Okay, the 7th place betrayed me. It's annoying. There was a 4-star La Liga player there, and there was a 4-star Ligue 1 player there. I mean, there was 2 players which I'd much more preferred. 27-year-old keeper for Valencia. I'll check him out after we've done the next craft, but that one is a little bit like, well, maybe he might be a good one in the future. He might play. He's 27. That's kind of going into his prime years of a goalkeeper, isn't it? So next craft, here we go. Is it going to just be a standard? Or are we going to get something special? Aha! Special T2. All cards guaranteed to be at least tier 2 or better. So immediately, I'm doing a league using clues. I think they've upped how much essence it takes to do that. 1,000 essence to do I'm pretty sure they've upped that amount of essence that you need to do that. That's cheeky. And then nationality. And then I'm tempted to do best 5 just because I don't want to get anything too pants. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so what have we got here? German Bundesliga 2 is probably, no, we don't want to bother with that. Senegal League 1, France League 1, Australia. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to take these 2 off the table. I don't want Bundesliga 2. I don't want Austrian League. So we're looking at Senegal, France. I mean, France could be literally anyone. Could be a really good player. Could be a not so good player. But it's T2 guaranteed. So that's pretty decent still. Obviously, I've won a lot of essence from Ligue 1, so that's why I'm getting such heavy Ligue 1 crafts here. I've had two crafts that had a lot of Ligue 1 players in. So what are we going to do? We're going to do T2 plus. Nationality is Senegal. Okay, so the Senegal could be a couple of good players. Like, I mean, I've got the Le Havre keeper, Maury Diaw. I think it's Diaw. You've got Diouf, who plays for Nice. You've got Kamara, who plays for Monaco. You've got Sagante, who plays for Le Havre as well. I mean, you've got a lot of players there, and a lot of players which I've got already. So I'm tempted. I think I go France because the upside is quite good for France compared to Senegal. You've got, like, let's just see how many you get for France. There are 61 players, but it could be some very good players. So the question is, which one do I go for, middle or left? And I'm going to go for left. I'm going to go for this one. Oh my goodness, that was the guy who I crafted last time. Oh no. Why didn't I go middle? Oh, you really hate to see it happen. Very glad I didn't go Senegal because I've got Sagante. Oh, that's so annoying. I didn't go for Vaz. He's so good, and he's such a young talent as well. Damn it. Oh well, we got Romain Parade, and we're gonna have a look at what who he is and if he's any good in a minute. Okay, so let's have a look at our cards that we've got, starting with Christian Rivero, who is 27, Spanish goalkeeper for Valencia. Not played the last this season. He's not played this season, but played the last 3 games of the season for Albacete Balompi. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm guessing in the Liga 2, but he didn't really play in La Liga too. So he is truly a second keeper, isn't he? I think he's one that I'll probably put in the vault. He's worth like nothing, like 75p, and all. Like, he might turn out good in the future. He might be one that is a player that Valencia are keeping to be the next number one. I'm not sure. Let me know if you know Valencia as a team. I don't. But I think I probably am safe to chuck him in the vault, and then if he does start playing, take him out, because I'll have enough time. I don't swap out players too much in the vault at the moment, so I think that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, he's not a great craft, so hopefully the next one, I mean, we know it's a tier 2 and above, so let's see how the next one is. Okay, so the next one is Romain Perraud. He is a French defender, 27 years old, plays for Lille, and he's got a bit of an up and down, hasn't he? He looked like he got injured for a bit there. He has been dropped recently for 2 games, but looks like he's like on the 90% reliability that he's going to be starting on the game this weekend. Very up and oh man, I'm not crazy about this craft, to be honest. He's not consistent, is he? I mean, he does get a goal every now and then, an assist, and get some really high scores, but then in between that he gets some really pants scores as well, doesn't he? In terms of what he's worth, it's probably not loads either, I'm imagining. £7 like for on the market. So yeah, he's not a great craft for a T2. Kind of annoyed that we didn't go for the middle and get Vaz. I'm so annoyed that we went for the left instead of the middle. Some poor choices today in crafting, and we've paid for it. But he's probably usable in Ligue, and we'll just have to see if we can, or we vault him. We do get plus 20 for the vault, but we're nowhere near the next level, so I don't know if that's worth doing at the moment. I think he's got some utility. I think they also play in... Yeah, they do play in Europe, so he's a player that I can play in Europe as well, like in the midweek games and stuff. So he might be more useful than I'm thinking. But overall, the crafting this week wasn't a huge success, but we did get a tier 2, which isn't bad compared to some of the previous weeks that we've had. So we're now going to go on to the NBA and see how we've done on that side of things. Okay, with NBA, I switched up my plan on how I was going to play it, and it's worked quite well, I think. So, how I was playing before was 2 champion lineups, 1 contender, and then 2 challenger. And we weren't really getting anything for it, as you can see. So then this game week, just gone, 4th to 7th, I just went all in on contender. And as you can see, we hit the hot streak for contender, which gave us 750 essence. We also earned 400 essence through this team here. Isaiah Stewart doing a lot of the work there. So very happy for that. He absolutely smashed it. And then we also got 100 essence from this team as well. So overall, 500 essence, 1k in XP, and one of the streaks hit. We did this team and got nothing from either of the challengers stuff. So for our game week that we're in now, I'm just gone all in on contender, and I'll use the other cards which I would usually play in challenger. I think I'll try and using them in the dailies to see if we get any better in the dailies, because we're not doing that great in the dailies. We have only 1 common essence, so we only had enough players to play common there, and we got 60 essence. I mean, we're winning a little bit of common essence, which is nice, but we're just not getting anything for limited, as you can see. It's kind of same old story. And I think I forgot to do a common on that week, which is a bit stupid of me, wasn't it? But yeah, so overall, we're like a little bit short most weeks, almost days even, because this is daily, isn't it? Of getting anything. So I think what the plan will be is to use all of my classic cards basically to either give me one classic player that I can use in the contender teams, and then the rest of them I'll be using in the dailies to try and get limited rewards through that. So new way of playing, and it's definitely worked in the first game week that I did it, but we'll just have to wait and see how it works in the future. Also, the team which my crafted player in Rollins was in got us 100 essence, so he's already paying off like for being my my crafts, which is awesome. We do have enough for another NBA craft, so I think we're just going to go for it. Well, I don't think we have enough for clues, so hopefully it's just a standard and we can just go random. Just a standard. We're going to go random, and I'm going to go one of these two on the left or the right. Let's go right. Let's go for this one here. I mean, it's literally just a guessing game at this point. So I've got Isaiah Stewart already, but he is smashing it at the moment. So that's not a terrible pull, to be honest. He got a 60 last game week. If you can keep that up. Anthony Edwards. No. Just noticed that I missed out on Anthony Edwards. Very annoying. And I think Matas Bezalis would have been quite a nice one to have. But don't get me wrong, that's not a bad pull to have. I think he's definitely usable for the season that I've got ahead of me. And having multiples of players isn't always a bad thing. Anthony Edwards would have been beautiful, but it just wasn't to be. I'm just having a look. Kuminga would have been all right, but I actually would prefer Isaiah Stewart over Kuminga. So that is fine, and the rest were all just like 1 stars. So to be honest, that was a pretty good pull. It's the third or second best that I could have got. You're going to be annoyed about missing out on these star players, but you can't hold on to it too much. It just wasn't meant to be, right? That's what I'm going with anyway. So let's go have a look at Isaiah Stewart and see how he, like, if he's what he's worth and how he matches up. I'm going to look at my existing Isaiah Stewart card because the other one will take about 10 years to get to me. But yeah, so he got a massive score recently with 61. Got 27 in the next game on, which wasn't bad, not great. Hopefully he will continue. I don't know if he's playing more because of an injury or something. Yes, Tobias Harris is nursing an ankle injury, so he's now getting more game time. So hopefully that doesn't wreck his scores going into the rest of the season, sort of thing. When Tobias Harris comes back, he looks like he's got a little bit of an injury problem from last season, and had some very up and down scores. Overall, what is he worth? Around about £12 to £13. That's not bad. That's a pretty decent amount for a card. I wonder if it might be worth trying to use him in a trade to pick up another player that I want. There's none which I want at the moment, really, which are affordable. I'd like Giannis, obviously, and a Wemby, but like, we're not going to be able to trade just Isaiah Stewart, are we, for that? So I think we keep hold of him. We use him through the next few contender games and see if we can get some more essence for crafts, and then we see if we can just build up more of our collection. So yeah, not too bad actually. Last 2 NBA crafts I've got have been really good and have like definitely improved my collection. So I'm quite happy with the NBA crafts at the moment. Hopefully that doesn't take a steep dive at the end. So thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and come back next week for some more Sorare Sunday, and I will see you when I see you.